that they saw a Visage and picked a Bristle back as a counter, and they again saw a Visage and decided, hey, you're not getting away with doing the same thing again. We're just gonna pick it again. So I think Team Bald, they're looking very strong. I like what they're doing. They're also showing innovation here. I've played this core Clockwork.
How's it going?
I like it, man. I like it. And they're running right up the high ground here, but Chessie in a smart position to reveal the smoke. This could be a good fight for EU.
Yeah, you want to take this. 4-man Boundless to start things off. They'll go with the Solar Assumption over towards Bengen. Bengen's able to turn, get the Paralyzing Cask off. Zipzapper, he's going to still continue to run in, but a second Solar Assumption will secure first blood for EU Rejects. Chessie takes down Bengen. They might be able to get Zipzapper as well here. The whole team of EU Rejects continue to chase. Another Solar Assumption into the Resonant Pulse will secure a second kill here for EU Rejects.
That was a bit arrogant walking up the high ground after unsmoking. Like, you know that they are on the high ground, and you know that, you know, they probably saw you when your smoke broke, since they are on the high ground. But yeah, they wouldn't have seen them if it wasn't for that Observer Ward. So very good play by Chessie, just standing there and smoke revealing in the best position. And quickly, you know, on their feet making a decision. We can fight them right here. So fantastic start for them. I was going to say I favor Team Bald here a lot, but this is the type of start that you want to have, right?
Yes,
I mean,
and as sort of the panel said, right, they must really believe in the potential of this duo lane, right? They just had a rough game with it, but they open with it again in this second draft. We'll see if they do any better this time around, because there's definitely still the potential for Team Bald to get some kills top against this, the Visage setup.
Yeah, there won't be the attack speed reduction that CM was bringing, of course, in the previous game. As the CM was making it so Monkey King couldn't attack. Now you're against a Witch Doctor instead, though. He can be annoying in a different way. He gets a little bit trapped by the creeps here. Has to watch out. But yeah, on the mid lane, it's going to be Void Spirit versus Lina. Of course, Void Spirit is right up, adds you know, his comfort zone here. He's Grandmaster on it. He is absolute beast on a lot of these Spirit heroes. But again, a Lina favored matchup.
And what do you sort of make of the last pick Void here for EU Reject? Shows the panel said not really a lot of crazy combos to do with the Chronosphere, but a good game for time dilation?
Yeah, it's decent for time dilation. For that purpose, it's nice. But they don't have, you know, those spells that you want to dump.
Gorg, he's going down. And I get some good damage on the Bengen as well. Roses is able to walk off and looks for the reset. TP's out of the lane. This is, of course, exactly what EU Rejects were trying to go for last game with this duo. They just want to fight, they want to kill, and if they can keep doing that, keep that advantage against the Bristle early, it's going to mean in these trades that Gorg might have a bit of a tough time on the early levels.
I don't really like the fact that Monkey now has to run all the way back to lane without having a point in tree dance. It takes him a while. He did transform though, so his speed is 380. I guess he gets back quite fast that way. Yeah, galloping ahead. But right now they could maybe go on Chessie if Bengen finds a way.
So they can do it. Chessie's going to opt for the TP out, and that will keep him safe. Good immediate TP there.
To the lane, yeah. So he can salve up afterwards. Smart, not going all the way to base. Wants to stay in the lane and stay relevant here.
And neither side getting too much out of the CS on this top lane. 7 for Gorg, 5 for Chessie. Now we're seeing the mid matchup. Excalibur getting a decent lead here this time around. 13 for 4 against the 8 for 2.
It's what you expect though in this matchup, and I think Void Spirit, he knows that it's going to be a little bit difficult early lane, but I think he can have better impact when he gets level 6 and can start rotating. And the lane we haven't really talked about much is the bottom lane, and I think this is the most interesting one to me. The Clockwork. I mean, core Clockwork. It's been a while, Owen, since I've seen core Clockwork. And of course, for anyone that is not aware, Battery Assault does double damage to creeps now.
That's a big increase.
Yeah, suddenly he's not even going for a point in Rocket. He currently is 2 points in Battery and 1 point Cogs, so he doesn't need the Rocket to last it since he's able to use that Battery as well and just fight in the creep wave. It honestly feels really nice. I played it 2 or 3 games, and I was really impressed with how strong it is.
What kind of build are you going for on the core clock? Any nice items that you're getting quickly when you're farming?
I mean, I was just going mid, so generally playing around, you know, getting a decent timed Aghanims in the mid game. But he's off lane, so he probably has to front line a little bit more and be the tank for his team.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind him sort of, maybe get some similar items to he did last game, Zipzapper, you know, a lot of the, you know, Lotuses and Forces. They did a lot to make sure that Gorg's game was good as a Bristle. Yeah,
honestly, I mean, Lotus Orb would be amazing against time dilation. Yeah. Again, they either need to go for it on him, or Gorg will need to buy his own, because you don't play against time dilation without dispelling it as Bristle. Oh.
A nice little sidestep there from the Xantic. He's able to dodge the light strike, make sure that he's the one to get the refill.
Yeah, Lina is mad, and Mirana is coming in as well to zone him off. Otherwise, he could, of course, just run and take the other water rune, but no. It's going to be for Lina.
I'm going to try and go on Zip Zapper a little bit whilst they know that he's alone, and with a good few bashes, they might have this kill.
Should be. Oh, he doesn't get to attack, but Impetus is going to secure it.
At the same time, we'll also see Bengen take down Roses on the top lane.
Yeah, a little bit of kill trading going back and forth here.
All in all, I mean, we're only 4.5 minutes in, but a much better start for EU Rejects this time round.
It's much better, but at the same time, top CS all across the board is still, I mean, it's close, but it's still Team Bald who are just doing a little bit better. Visage down there with the 12 and 4, so not quite able to have a good lane. And I said it after a previous game when we were talking that I don't think you can put the Visage against Bristol. That matchup is so bad, and here we are, game 2. They're doing it again. I'm very much not a fan of this matchup, just imagining being the Visage myself.
Well, then this is ultimately just because you feel like you can't do much against the Bristol, or he doesn't care? Yeah,
look at your armor on Visage, and then think about Bristleback slowing you down with a Q, and him doing only physical damage. Visage melts to that. He also does a lot of damage instances, so your cloak is not going to be that great. To me, it's a rough one. Monkey King, of course, does decent against Bristol. Now that Monkey King actually has a lot of armor. He used to have like 1 armor, but now he has, tons.
Just clearing out the creeps here. Playing it careful. And Gorg's got a few 1 charges, so there's the potential for turnaround if they ever do get aggressive onto the Bristol. See around the mid now, Xantic, he has hit the 6. And in fact, Pablo to get away from that remnant just in time.
He does get a regen rune. Nice drop for him.
And they're coming in towards the mid with both supports at EU Rejects. They try and turn up, but not really able to find the connection that they would hope for to get a shot going for a kill. And Excalibur, he's just going to turn and look to take down J4, and he's able to do it perfectly. Full combo with the Laguna Blade, just enough to bring down the Enchantress. So a lot of movement and focus brought towards the mid, but it doesn't end up in anything good there for the Rejects.
No, it doesn't. I think the strength of Void Spirit is to go to another lane and gank, but they're going to try mid now. Maybe they can bring him down. He's kind of tanky. 1 more jump.
Okay, nicely done to make something happen out of that one. Pablo not quite able to get the arrow connection onto Roses.
Hey,
that's a good kill back for the Reject set.
He kept his regen going for the entirety of the time as well, Nads. So he's very happy. Gets full HP and mana afterwards. Yeah,
a good little tree setup as well to make sure they could get the Primal Spring on that mid position.
Clock is using his cogs to burn mana all the time, but if you have a magic stick, you get 15 mana back, and it's only 50 mana burn, so it's not that much mana burn that he's doing, really.
And they're going to look for the kill on him. And Xantic's coming in with a TP. They'll easily be able to take down a Zip Zapper. 6 for 2. EU Rejects, they're the ones getting the kills in the early game this time round.
Yeah, and that's where Void Spear is dangerous. When he makes those ganks, incredibly hard to get away from. He has a lockdown, he has slow, he has a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Gork farms up a big stack up over here, and there's also a stack on small camp.
We seen any difference with Gork's build this game? What's he going to get there? Still going to go for the hood first?
Looks like he is going for... he hasn't decided yet.
Yeah.
His boot's coming out.
What would you prefer, hood or Vanguard this game?
I mean, hood is still very good against Visage, and against Void Spirit, you probably want it. But when you have a Void, a Faceless Void, sorry, there's 2 Voids in this game. I think you could go Vanguard here as well. He hasn't really made up his mind yet, I think.
Is there any sort of other bigger items that he could consider rushing before upgrading the Ring of Health?
No.
Any temptations with that gold that he's got?
I think you just go for one or the other, and then you go straight to Aghanim. So I think he had it right on the money in the last game, if you want that timing. And again, we see the rotations here.
Yeah, they're going to go straight for Excalibur. Bengen's there to try and help out, but with Chesty rotating from the top lane, they've got more than enough damage to burst through Excalibur, and now look for more of the familiars. They're in underneath the tower. Good aggression here from EU Reject. Sets up for a 2nd kill for Chesty. Pablo, he's now in time with the lead. But again, continue to see some good movements here in this early game. And Chesty definitely showing why they believe in the pick here. He's having a great start this time. 4-0-1. Didn't get a lot of farm out of the lane, but he's getting a lot of damage done and a lot of action going here early on with the
Oh, nice. blocking with his own birds there, protecting himself from the arrow. Yeah, he's getting those kills. I think the first blood setup that they got there, where they got a kill both on him and one for Void Spirit, was a really great start, because then you know that your mid and your offlane are going to have a good start, and that's what they didn't have the previous game. They didn't have a good game on offlane, and then Invoker was struggling to come online as well. This time, though, looking a lot different. The Void Spirit and the Visage are both being part of a lot of kills. Both have been in 5 kills and never died. So I think Team Balds, they have to sort of set up baits and be ready to counter with like clockwork here, perhaps, to get something going to counter this. And then we see again the jump onto the Lina.
Just quick moves from EU Rejects to get the whole gang around the mid lane and look for this sort of play. And of course, at this point, once she's trying to run, it's very hard to escape the chase.
They're fighting again. Monkey is being targeted now with Bristol and Lina chasing him. He does mischief really nicely, but it doesn't really matter at all when there's a DD Lina and a Bristol running at you. And it is a Vanguard Bristol this game. So yeah, there was the potential to go for that. Top tower is going to end up going down to the birds and the troll, of course, from Enchantress.
And you do imagine we're still going to see the... Oh, we are going to have the replay of the replay again. There we go. Back in action, though. Gorg. It's going to get gone upon. He's got backup coming in. Shad trying to jump forward. He'll cut his way through the trees. Does have Chronosphere if he feels it's needed to be committed, but it isn't. Xantic's in with the jump. Has the control. That Remnant, great, of course, turning around the Bristol back, and they take down Gorg.
Yeah, he also time walked in just on the edge to get the time dilation onto the Bristol, and that's why he couldn't really run away. He was getting slowed down already and couldn't keep spamming spells. So, very nice. And they have that Chrono available. In this game, I feel like it's going to be less about Chrono overall and more just about this time dilation.
Absolutely, yeah. No, for sure. That's definitely going to be the mechanic, the ability that's going to annoy a lot of Team Bold Reborn's heroes in these team fights. Bottom lane, quick catch from Zip Zapper. They'll find J4 alone.
Yeah, and they'll find a stack for Gork as well to enjoy. This is what you want. You want to have a good, fast farm on your Bristleback this time. Going for the power treads as well, and Bristol wants to get some auto attacks in there. Of course, it is a hero that hits incredibly hard.
In the mid, again. Chesty coming in with a familiar control. They could take down Excalibur once more. EU Rejects doing an excellent job of focusing action towards this mid lane. This has been a very dangerous spot for Team Bold Reborn this game.
He was 200 gold away from travels. That hurt so bad, not getting it.
And Team Bold, they are going to try and defend. See what they can do. It's kind of hard without their mid. Already Pablo being controlled as Xantic looking for the jump in. Pablo's got to lead back to safety. As Bengen throwing the cast, trying to slow this down. The Death Ward's there as well, but the tower will fall. Chesty gets the last touch on it as they take the objective. Team Bold not quite able to find a kill out of it. Same time, they did look for the trade. Gorg down on the bottom lane was able to finish the tier 1 bot.
Yeah, and he's enjoying some big farm there. It's going to be the Aghanims again, of course. That is the item that you want on Bristleback. Be able to deal with everything at once. Hit those birds as well, make it impossible to micro. It's just annoying when your birds get slowed when you play Visage, because your micro becomes so much more annoying. But this is a very active game, and I think EU Rejects are realizing that they are in a bit more of a commanding position here. Even if that's a farm Bristleback, they have the tools to fight right now. Just this Void Spirit alone has so much damage, and then Visage, once he has a good start in a game, those birds can be super annoying. That is a big farm, big stack to farm again.
Not quite going to be as quick as last game's first 2 item pickups, Gorg, but it's still going to be a fast one. He's top net worth at the moment. Top lane, Shad was pushing forward pretty deep, and they've easily got the combo. Hook shot into the arrow. Shad doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, they certainly have the stun into stun into stun combination with the arrow, hook shot, and light strike. And even having the cask available, didn't even need it there. There's no way you're getting away there. He was being pretty cocky though.
Yeah,
he was farming
deep.
Super far up, which can be good and bad. The good thing is that, you know, he's far away, so it takes a while for its enemy team to gank him up there. And there's no immediate loss for dying. He's gonna respawn. No tower was pressured. The bad thing is that you're more likely to get ganked.
Yes.
Because you're close to the
Very
enemy.
much, yeah. They weren't going to let that pass them by, their Team Bold. And we see this game, Zip Zapper, he's going to go the Crimson Guard route. I mean, this item, it's gone up in value, right? This patch, it's a good one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been talking about how Vanguard and Crimson Guard in general are perhaps coming back. We see more damage block coming out from other stuff than just a Wraith Pact. I like that it's not just all about Wraith Pact being the item anymore, and now you have some options. Of course, speaking of Wraith Pact, we almost have one though on Chessie, on his Visage. He only needs the recipe right now, so that's why he's jungling. He needs 200 more gold, and with this, I think the timing is going to come online for EU to really start playing faster.
Team Bold still doing a good job of finding these little pickoffs. J4 caught out by the movement down bottom.
Yeah, another DD rune on Lina as well, so that damage was high enough to burst anyone who got caught out.
And keeping the net worth very close. It's a very, very even match this time around. 14 minutes in, 10-6, less than 1k gold between the two teams.
I think right now EU Rejects have a huge timing before the Aghanims is complete on the Bristleback, and they have their Wraith Pact coming out. So I think that's what they should play around, try and get as much done as possible right now. If they wait, you know, just a minute right now, Gork will find this this Aghanims and complete it. So try and push towers right now. Chrono is on, but it's hard to identify these timings when you're playing the game. It can be sometimes difficult to understand how stressed for time you are. But they smoke up right now. It seems like you really just want to find Lina again.
Going to try and get the jump towards Excalibur. They're looking to close the gap on him.
Yeah, but they're running. They even have leap on Pablo. He should leap. Oh, he doesn't.
Oh, he's
the creep wave saves him.
It did. It tanked the Remnant. So Zanti not quite able to get the follow-up. And that arrow through the trees from Pablo, hunting down Roses.
Yeah, Lina ulti was expanded, so they burst him. Meanwhile, Shad is going to feel a little bit safer than on top lane. And also Visage, Chessie is pressuring the mid lane, so they're doing what they can with the space that Monkey King gave them here. But they're not really achieving this timing that I was talking about. It looks like Gork only now 400 gold away. He's going to farm this easily over at the Ancients. And yeah, I think once this Aghanims comes up, perhaps Team Bald are going to start looking like a steamroller again. But they're moving everyone into the dire jungle right now. EU, they want to run up there. And they get a DD rune, so this is good timing to fight. Yeah, Void Spirit is strong.
They want to get straight at them. See how Team Bold react to this.
Yeah, Team Bold got dewarded, so they don't have control in the area anymore, and the high ground has been compromised, so it's kind of hard to go there. And they're also still 100 gold away for Gork. He just wants to finish his one item.
Similar to jump for Pablo.
Yeah, but they don't want to commit anything too big to go on him. Monkey King just jumping across.
And indeed, there it is. The next fight they take, it will be into an Aghanim's Bristle.
Oh, he's looking for him. Doesn't find him with that rocket. Monkey just playing on the edges of it. Oh, he saw him. He sees him.
He's going to catch him with the cogs into the hook shot.
There we go.
Zapper. Great persistence there. Knows that Roses is going to be hopping around the area, and he finds him.
And Ads tried to go on Pablo as well, but Pablo survives. He had a raindrop to protect him there. Gets out safely. So 1-for-0 trade. But right now it is Excalibur and Gork who are split pushing and farming. Gork farming a triple ancient stack, and of course Lina farming enemy jungle while this this pressure top is applied. Just standing there, chilling.
I'll get himself a Vambrace as well. That's a nice one. He's going to be very tanky in these fights. And whilst they can be a little annoying, they get the dilation on him. Killing the Bristle is not going to be easy. They're going to struggle to find the damage at this stage.
Yeah, especially once this Crimson Guard is going to be complete on Clockwork. He is 120 gold away from Crimson Guard. So once that is up as well, it will be so hard to burst the Bristleback. Last game, they had, you know, the Ominous Ash for a quick burst. Now I feel, even if you chrono him, you don't really have stuff to throw in there. There's
and the lack of the Maledict, of course, as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it will be much more difficult to burst him. And even Clockwork, he's getting tanky.
Oh, it's going to try and set up a fight here. The Wukong's command, but as you can see, Gork doesn't care at all. And he's just going to start running at them.
Oh, Chessie.
And not a lot they can do to stop Gork from living. He's just walking in full HP. Very little damage being thrown his way. Good hook shot from Zip Zapper over towards Chessie. He's forced Chessie completely out of the fight. Shad just dies. They find their stun into the Laguna Blade. Shad barely gets a chance to do anything at all. No opportunity for a chrono. This was always going to be the concern at this point of the game would be hit where they're just not fit to fight against this Bristol.
Yeah, I mean, not just him, but Zipzapper too is so tanky. Just his Vanguard, Bracer, Face Boots, he has a lot of HP to go through. And yeah, you could see in the fight recap, there was no damage done really on Radiant. Look, the only one doing any damage is the guy who's running away, the Visage. Everyone else was unable to do anything.
I mean, yeah, this... What do they do about this Bristol? I mean, someone's got to get some sort of break or something. I mean... I don't know how the kill go. You know,
yeah, they're going BKB on Faceless Void. I mean, the earliest you can have break here is pretty much by Faceless Void going for the BKB into Silver Edge. And that's probably what we're going to see. But it will still take a while. He still has the entire recipe to farm. You can get a lot done before he has a Silver Edge. But yeah, you see just how much despair it is for a Visage to try and run away from a Bristleback. It is not easy. Once those snot stacks start building up, you're just not moving anymore.
A 4K lead now for Team Bold.
Yeah, they're starting to mount a little bit of a lead here. Of course, with a BKB already done on Lina, and they're also queuing up one on Bristleback. As expected, I mean, BKB a nerfed item, but still very, very relevant in a lot of games, right? If you're playing as Void Spirit, so much damage that you can block just by having the BKB. It's a good item for them here still.
I mean, what is the best plan now for EU Rejects? Can they still try and look for team fights, or do they just have to farm it up?
It's rough because normally you look for some core to get pickoffs on, right? Like, that's the big impact.
Oh, it's Antic.
Oh, no.
He's walking blindly up towards the high ground, and they were there waiting for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's usually what you see a lot of Void Spirit players do. He is level 30 Void Spirit. He knows what he's doing. Void Spirits want to go for solo kill attempts, but he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. Everyone was there. He gets comboed. But yeah, what they want to do is kill a core hero. But look, who are you going to kill? Aegis on Lina. Bristleback is, well, Bristleback. And then Clockwork has built himself into becoming quite the machine as well.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
So right now...
Very tough heroes to kill across the board from Team Bold.
J4's in danger. Yeah, he should be dying here. I don't think there's any way out. That Vestal is killing off so much of his healing. Gonna die to an arrow. Pablo takes that kill, and he's looking farmed on Mirana, by the way.
He's having a chill time, 4-0-4. He's not dying at all.
He has Vestal Vladimir's already, so he's going to be the one going Wraith Pact on Team Bolt. After his Vestal, of course. Very big utility on this Mirana.
Yeah, brilliant game one, and having a great time in game two. Pablo showing some fantastic moves today.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, overall, it seems like this is what I don't like about EU's draft in this game, though. If you pick this Faceless Void, but you can't make a play every time you have Chrono, it just feels off.
I'm fine banging here. EU Rejects finally get that a little bit of a pick off. That's something they've been hunting for quite some time now.
That is a kill that they can get, but I'm just wondering if they're going to be able to transition it into anything else. I think it's just, you know, breadcrumbs at this point. Getting this kill on the support, it feels like something, but, you know, it's like drinking water when you're hungry. You know, you're filling yourself, but there's not really any nutrition to this kill. They're not getting any value for this, Owen.
Top lane Shad just trying to catch back up and farm. I mean, is there can Shad as avoid this game, get somewhere with his item build where he's able to chrono and kill them all? You know, how many items are we away from that?
I'm struggling to see how he can kill everything.
Yep.
But just enabling that Bristol can die is probably the biggest thing he can do. But
a replay.
Yeah.
Same place, same kill.
Pretty much.
Banging again.
He's just shaking hands a little bit.
No, Xantic's got to run. I mean, Xantic and Pablo are hunting. And if they lose at Xantic, this is definitely not going to be trade worth it. Oh, beautiful shot there from the two of them, Zipzapper and Pablo.
Yeah, they landed both the arrow and the hook. That's when you know you're double dead.
That's a stylish kill there from the boys on Team Bold, and they'll put that straight towards a push. So that time round, definitely not worth it. They may have got Bengen, but losing a Xantic and almost certainly losing a tier 2 tower as well.
Yeah. that was what they were trying to do, probably. They were trying to set up a little bit of a bait for, you know, Witch Doctor to be one for them to go on. He died a little bit too early, but the idea was still there. Oh, Clockwork with the shard, flying around looking for the monkey. That is a good way to find Monkey King, or find yourself in the tree line. So they get the bottom tower. I was gonna say, I'm surprised that the Faceless Void actually goes for the shard in this game. I'm a big fan of the shard for Faceless Void, but it's not a damage item. And in this game, I think he's pressed for damage. I think they need that Silver Edge. He's even queuing up the Eye of Skadi as well.
Oh, he's gonna go for it. I mean, will he go for the Skadi first?
I mean, he's queued the Skadi into the Silver Edge, which I understand. It's nice to have both of them here. Yeah. So maybe this is more like, if I have Eye of Skadi, I can also kill the Lina if I get on top of her. Like, she can die, especially with the Skadi and the, you know, time walking in and hitting, and then you can jump out if you don't want to be there. But
look at this Moonlight setup. Yeah, Xantic was aware.
He was. Ooh, gonna make it. Very close to them finding him there. Xantic needs more items. He wants something right now. He has the Kaya and the Witchblade, but he really wants to upgrade this to Kaya Sanj. Would feel so much better. He's pretty close now, though.
A shot. It's had to be. Ooh!
Oh, the BKB.
Yeah, okay. He had a decent amount of duration left on the BKB. He's fine. But yeah. That is BKB and Chrono down to just save himself. So, yeah, unlikely to see EU Rejects try and make any sort of move or return play around their Void for 2 minutes with that on cooldown.
Yeah, he's just in farmer mode, pretty much. I mean, that is similar to how we saw him play on the Juggernaut. He was hitting creeps a lot and just trying to become that big bad carry. Unfortunately, though, I think in this game, he's going to find himself almost in a 1v2 scenario where Bristol and Lina are both turning into big monsters in late game. And yeah, your Visage is kind of strong, but I don't think he's going to scale as well as Bristleback and Lina. The two of them are just building up to become really difficult to kill, especially once the Lina gets that, you know, Silver Edge Satanic again, going for a similar build. Yeah, of course, with a 350 health talent as well, she becomes pretty damn thick. Bit of a tower trade. You Rejects trying to get a tier 1 tower before having to go and defend, but they're going up the high ground.
Oh yeah, they're going to keep this push going. Oh, right. Oh my goodness, jumping over the hook shot there. See what they can do on the defense. Xantic jumping with the step.
Crimson Guard.
They're so tanky. Full shot, he's jumped in.
No.
He's jumped in. He's got to get out. The BKB's back up just in time, but still the right clicks alone, bringing him low. He'll jump out. He will live, but Chesty, on the other hand, will not. BKB from Gorg allows him to commit in and take down the Visage. As Xantic tries to jump back in, but again, we're just seeing the lack of damage the EU Rejects have. Team Bold, they're barely taking a scratch.
Yeah, Witch Doctor is just healing up, standing there, holding the W on. And yeah, they're just taking racks cleanly.
And Xantic again trying to jump in. We'll be able to bait out the BKB from Excalibur, but Team Bold, they won't mind. They were able to get what they wanted. They get the full set of racks top, and they pretty much walk out all full HP.
Yeah, Zip Zapper even doing a victory lap with a shard before leaving the base, flying around there a little bit. But you can just tell how confident they were in that push, but there was a mistake happening there. Like, Faceless Void time walked in. I think he got battery assaulted immediately, didn't get to time walk back, and then he had to panic BKB.
Yeah, that's right. His BKB must have only just come back online. That was a risky move.
Yeah, I mean, not having Chrono as well. It's hard to say if they could have done anything. Chrono and Monkey King ulti can do some damage, but there's also the Crimson Guard. It was blocking, you know, a lot of potential damage coming in.
Now, here we go. They've got to find something with this EU Rejects. If they don't, they're going to be in an very rough spot.
Yeah, it's starting to look very grim.
Should find Zip Zapper here.
He's flying. Oh, okay.
Oh, of course, that impetus is going to do max damage at that range, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Zip Zapper. So, nice attempt on the escape, but a good attack coming in from J4.
Yeah, that's one sad thing. Hookshotting away and having an impetus just flying after you. It's got, you know, your name on it. You cannot leave.
They get something here with that move. EU Reject, so considering the point they're in, they'll take that.
You know, I really love this talent on Witch Doctor, by the way. It should be mentioned. Like, from the value they got in this push, the high ground push, the minus 25% Voodoo Restoration mana per second makes a huge difference. You can just stand there and have your heal going. It doesn't feel like you're losing much mana. If you have a Clarity going or something, you can just keep it on. And that made the push so much easier for them. And of course he has that Holy Locket, so amplifying his heals by 30%. It's doing quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, hugely effective as well against a team that's already struggling to find the damage. And the little damage they have, it's being easily offset.
They wanted to do a sneaky Roche, but Rocket's gonna put an end to that.
See what they can find here. I mean, EU Rejects, now that Team Bold know exactly where they stand, it's going to be tough for EU Rejects to find a fight. They have the chrono, but as we say, it's just not really the lineup where even if you get a good chrono,
There's
nothing to really get excited about to follow it up.
Yeah, I mean, it can make it awkward to go on someone. If you chrono, the Visage Birds can't hit him. Void Spirit, you know, you can jump through the chrono, you can put your Q into the chrono, you can run along the edge and do some stuff, but you can't go on the guy, right? The same way Void Spirit wants to. You can't do your full combo on someone who's in Chronosphere. And I mean, the only thing you have is Wukong's command.
Oh, Zip Zapper there with a great hookshot right through the midst of them to catch out the squishier hero of J4. BKB popped by Excalibur. Chesty's trying to get in on top of them. The Team Ball's looking to turn. Shad has got the chrono, but has he got the damage? He's trying to beat into Excalibur. They've got the Wukong's command. Excalibur taken out, safe for Zip Zapper. Exactly what EU Rejects needed. Can they find more? Excalibur's going to buy back in return, try and get back over there. Off to the side, Shad. He's caught by the light strike. Excalibur with a buyback, allowing to punch back heavily into Shad, but Shad will live. It's back up to the high ground.
It's about Gork now.
But Gork, he's heading towards the back lines, takes out Chesty. He's ready to try and clean up more. He'll start the charge over towards J4, who also brought back for this fight. It's dieback from the Enchantress. It's Antic, who looks to poke back in at Gork, but he's going to have to jump out. He can't stand toe-to-toe with the Bristol at this stage.
Yeah, absolutely menacing damage when he has those full 10 stacks of Warpath going. I mean, he's hitting for 500 damage a hit, more even, and then you're minus armored on top of that. 6.8k damage done in the fight. And in the end, it is going to be Team Bald winning the fight. That was a good potential, though.
Not bad for Shad. I mean, and a good decision from him as well, right, before that fight. Just getting the Mjolnir rather than starting to build towards another item.
He got a kill with it at the end on Bengan there. The passive proc from the Mjolnir active got him a kill on the Witch Doctor, which he wouldn't have been able to get otherwise. But even with all that, they did die back on the Enchantress, and the fight was still going the way of Team Bald. It looked like they could maybe win the fight, and then you look over and realize, yeah, they haven't really done anything to the Bristol.
Oh, Gorg. He's ready to go in. He's just in on top of Roses. Roses, not a chance to get away from that at all. As they'll continue this push. And Aegis on Excalibur as well. They're not going to be heading back anytime soon. That's Team Bold. They know still how strong they are. Shad. And trying to poke at them. That buyback, we'll see if that changes the state here for Team Bold if they want to respect the full 5-man now of EU Rejects. The tower's taken out.
Yeah, denied the tower by Chesty. I mean, it was going to go down. There's still DD-Rune on Lina for a little bit.
Yeah, they want to keep sticking around here, Team Bold. 14k up, they still feel strong as Antic once more trying to poke at them. They get the stun control onto Excalibur. See if they can get anything else on top of him. They can't immediately. Roses will lay down the Wukong's command. Team Bold jump out to the side. Excalibur pots the BKBs ready to try and turn. It's Antic's out with the Dissimulate. Jump in for Shad. The Chrono's back up. It's a 4-man Chrono. Another excellent Chrono here from Shad. He'll go over towards Pablo. They'll take out the Witch Doctor. They'll look towards Gorg. Gorg pots the BKB. With the Aegis out of the hands of Excalibur. Excalibur turns with the light stripe. The Dissimulate dodges there. It's Antic back to the high ground. It's 2 dead on Team Bold. They'll lose Roses on EU Rejects. Chesty now focused by Gorg. Shad jumps back in. But the light strike, the Laguna, they've got the burst to bring Shad down low, push to the side. Shad can't get the time walk off. He goes down, buyback from him. But Gorg still stands strong as the push continues from Team Bold, and they'll be able to clean out the mid-rack. Shad, off the back of the buyback, see if he can get back in onto Excalibur. Has to be careful. Zip Zapper incredibly low, but he is able to fly his way out of there with the shard. Excalibur turns, beats down J4.
Looks like they're finally going to back out and be happy with the damage they have done and what devastating damage they did there on Team Bold. That was a fantastic light strike array they landed as well there. Well played in that team fight by Excalibur. And yeah, you just see in these fights, like, there's nothing that can stop this Bristleback. He did almost 10,000 damage in one fight.
Damn.
That was 8,500. He was just standing in there. Of course, there was some crazy amount of work done by the 2 Voids as well. They were going in and going out again as quick as they can because they can't stand and fight. They lose the man fight if they fight against the Bristleback. And a little treasure found by Gork there. 3 bounty runes for his team.
Very, very nice. He's doing very well in levels as well. And hitting level 24 I mean, we're seeing like the potential of EU Rejects in some of these team fights, but it does feel it's just coming at a point of the game where they're just too far behind. It doesn't even matter. Shad's hitting these 4-man chronos.
Yeah.
They're just not quite getting those kills off the back of it as quickly as they need to. Gorg's just surviving through it all. It's just a little too late, it feels, from EU Rejects in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they don't scale as hard. And we have another goal.
He's ready to go straight in. He's in with a hook shot. They will come in with a jump. They've got the control with the Remnant. Have they got the damage? Zip Zapper, he'll get stunned and he will go down.
Oh, he didn't magic stick. He could maybe have lived.
And we'll lose Chesty in return, so offlaner for offlaner.
Funny how he didn't magic stick, but he got magic stick by his Witch Doctor. You gotta remember it yourself, though.
Shad's jumped in, but they immediately get the Yule's control. He's going to try and commit with the BKB. Wukong's is out as well from Roses. Comes to an end. They'll turn back on towards Gorg. He got the BKB off in time. He's going to turn. He's actually just going to man fight. Shad takes out Shad. And now he's going to turn towards J4. They cannot kill Gorg as he is ready to take him on one by one. They're coming with the buybacks. Can they finally take him down?
The bashes
are there. Gorg's just going to stand his ground. GG is called. Team Bow. They'll take game 2 with that. The series, it's theirs. 2-0 against the EU Rejects.
Yeah.